All right, so you have just been cleared to be able to start the learning process for your art experience. The first thing that you need to do is on this sheet, go ahead and put your first name, which mine happens to be Johanna, and your last name, mine happens to be Vessel. And your class period, we'll pretend period 9, which doesn't exist, and your class number, which is 32, which doesn't exist. Please excuse my handwriting as I'm trying to write sideways. Then you need to go ahead right now and open this up, and you need to rewrite your name first and last, class period, class number. You are using a pencil to do all of this writing. Again, first and last, class period, and number. Once you are done with that, it never hurts to double check your blue sheet and make sure that you have your first and last, class period, and number within that space. Then, once you are done, go ahead and turn back to the front. Here's how this packet works. The steps are labeled down below. You need to be on different steps by different days in order to choose your seat. Some steps require you to check in with me. This tells you the task that you need to complete in order to be done with that step. And then you have the requirements necessary in order to get to have it checked off or for grading expectations, basically. This list right here is very important. This is the student checkoff. So when you get to example step 7, I'm going to expect you to show me all of the stuff from 1 through 6. So you need to make sure that you are completing these things and that you have everything, and then it's in your sketchbook or documented in a photograph. Okay, this video is going to start you off with step 1. So it says complete studio levels with time given. Different times, you will have different amounts, but it will never seem like enough. You are welcome to get passes to come in for study hall or flex and continue to work on your blue sheet anytime during your art experience. You can get signatures on this at any time. However, you cannot get signatures for the so let's say you have pencils signed off, but you're really wanting to use paint. Well, it's too late for this learning experience. You will not have the ability to use paint. But you can come in during flex or study hall and earn this signature, and then that way the next time you start down the yellow sheet, you would be able to use paint. So once you get cleared for that, you will check it off, and then I will sign it saying that, yep, we've confirmed that you completed the amount of learning that needed to be done. Then you're going to go to step 2, where it says reflect media preference. Now, sometimes you will have a whole bunch of media to choose from, and other times you'll only have 1 or 2 to pick from. Your job is to narrow your media down to 3, obviously, or less if you don't have that many to choose from. And you can write that in here if you want to. You can star it on here. It doesn't really matter, but make sure you've narrowed the list down to 3. Then you need to research this media. This media research is not because you're going to duplicate what they do, but you're going to get inspired by what they do. So right now, you're going to go ahead and split screen us. So I'm on one side and you're still listening to me, and you're on the other side typing into Google. And what you are going to type in is the name of your media. So let's say we stuck with pencils. So pencils, and then I would add the word art. I could type in ebony pencils, art. I could type in color pencil, art, right? Once I start looking through the images, you'll want to switch over to an image search. I could start to be like, ooh, I like the zebras. I want to just search zebra pencil art. Now keep in mind, if you see things in your search that you're like, ooh, I am not supposed to be looking at that in school, your job is to ignore it, close out of the window, and try a different search. It is only if you make an issue out of what is on your screen that you are now responsible and in trouble for what is on your screen. As long as you back out, close out, and try something different, it's just fine. you are going to make sure during this search that you see 500 images. So please pause this video now and complete this search. Okay, you have just searched and witnessed 500 images. If that is true, you are going to go and check off this side component. You are now going to go into sketch mode. You're going to get out your sketchbooks, and in your sketchbook, you are going to make 7 to 10 different sketches or different ideas of what you want to do. It is important to note that in your sketchbook, when you are doing your sketching ideas, what a sketch means. So, I am a fantastic drawer. I feel like I should prove that to you. Hold on just a second. Okay, this is the closest thing I had at hand. But so it's in progress, but I want you to see I am very good. Okay, he's missing eyelashes, but I'm very good at what I do. And this is the quality of my sketches. I want to do a person. Here's my paper. There's a road. And they are like walking on the road. Done. Sketches need to be done within 30 seconds to 1 minute. It is about where things are at on the page and how big they are in relation. So this person is that big in relation to that road, but I'm not trying to put a face on that person, right? Then I would have to come up with a totally different idea. Oh, I don't really like this idea of a road. Instead, my person is about to enter Mario Brothers, like Nintendo game pad thing. I don't remember what those game pads look like. The cord's going out like this, and you see a hand here that is reaching for the remote. Oh, now I need a different idea. Okay, so once you have completed 7 to 10 sketches, knowing that I'm going to look at them, then you can cross this off. You'll want to pause this video and come back once those sketches are done. Okay, you have now made 7 to 10 sketches, and now you need to label your sketches. So I would need to go in here and say, like, okay, this person, I see this being done where the person is black and white with ebony. But all of this around here is color pencil. Because all I'm allowed is pencil, right? Color pencil. Okay, and in this one, I see this remote as being in color, but this hand is black and white, and I see all of this as in color, right? Whatever medias you think you are going to use. Please pause this video and label your sketches. Okay. Now that you've labeled your sketches, I really want you to narrow down that list of what is your media, and I want you to decide what it is. So I'm going to decide that I am doing color pencil, okay? Then, how does it connect to me? Well, I'm going to do this idea right here, and I'm going to do it all in color pencil, and it connects to me because I really don't want to be in school. I want to be at home playing my video game. And so it is going to be about how this is what I really, really want. And that is my art piece. Okay, so I know it connects to me. And what research have I done? Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't do any research on this yet. So now I'm going to have to pause my video, and I'm going to go research video game art. Keeping in mind that I am responsible for what is on my screen if I show it off to people. But I am curious about what have other people done about when they want to make video game, like did anyone else make the same type of thing about the same type of art? So pause this video now and go research your idea. Okay, once you've researched your idea, think about it. Do I really like this layout? Well, I thought of something new. I'm like, what if instead of this just being plain, like I thought it was plain, this was like the Mario Brothers set back here, and you could see like do 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 do, and there's Mario. He is jumping. Hooray! That is not a very good Mario, but it's a sketch, so it doesn't matter. So then, number 6, it says stop and think. So I need you to actually like stop and think. Because here's the trick. I'm giving you a certain period of time to create an art piece, and if you don't like what you're doing, it's your own stinking fault. So right now, I need you to ask yourself, do I really like my idea? Because all of this can get undone in about 30 minutes or less to redo it. Does it connect to me and my previous learning? Well, I did a whole lot of learning about color pencils, and I feel like I'm really confident with color pencils, and I really like this because I really, really like video games, and I feel like I've incorporated new ideas by having Mario back there and me because there's my hand, and that's like my passion. I'm like reaching for it. So I love this idea. But I also kind of like this road thing. So maybe now as I think about it, I should have Mario, like he is like down here on this road or something, right? There's Mario with his hat. Okay? I don't know. Then, will I be able to stick with this idea even when I am frustrated? That's huge. I'm going to make you frustrated about your idea. I'm going to make you push your concept and your limits, and I'm going to make you hate me and hate art and hate life. That is how artists feel when they are onto a good idea. So if you don't love it, if you won't fight for this, if you aren't anxious to start doing this, then stop. We got to stop and pick a different idea. Okay, once you have checked off all of these things, you are going to check in with me. And when you check in with me, you're going to tell me your idea, and you're going to be super passionate and excited about it. And then I'm going to tell you that based on the rubric, you are probably somewhere in here. And this is not just true for you, this is true for every artist. When we come up with our first idea, it is literally our first idea. And the rubric says that a 10 is you push your ideas and concepts to exhaustion. Well, you haven't had any time to push your ideas and concepts to exhaustion. So this is just to let you know that here might be where you are, and your goal is at the next teacher check-in to be somewhere in here. And then the next teacher check-in to be somewhere in here. So that by the time we get down to me actually putting a grade in the grade book, you have an idea that has truly evolved and been pushed to exhaustion. Once you have that signature, move on to the next video.